Just shared 63% of Americans still haven't made up their mind. Republican Americans haven't made up their mind as to who they would vote for. Does this mean that Jeb Bush has a shot still?
Jeb Bush has a shot still, Trish, because Jeb Bush has $100 million backing him up. He hasn't really spent a lot of that money yet. But look, if you're an establishment politician, what you should read in this poll is this is not the year for you. I think this trend is going to continue. I think Trump and Carson will continue to grow. The real key, though, for them is can they translate that into real votes ultimately? Can Ben Carson raise $50 million? Can he get on the ballot in the 11 states that require signatures? Can he build an operation in the 11 states on March 1 that have their primary that date? When I was in presidential campaigns, I was an operations guy. And these are the things, the realities that will come into play.
I think these questions exist for Trump as well, which I want to get to in a moment.
And he has $1 billion to do it.
Let's stay on Carson for a moment here. Sean Pittman, when you watch this meteoric rise of Carson, what does it tell you about America right now?
Well, I think it says that America wants to trust their president like they trust their doctor, and I think it is that simple. I think people are looking for something else. They're out there shopping right now.
They don't want the politician.
It's early yet. As Mark said, I mean, this is a bad time for the regular politician. Now, that may just be a 2015 thing. 2016 might bring us back to reality, but the reality today is. People are looking at, let's look at Donald Trump. He's like a coach, and America's looking to be a team, right?
Analogy.
They're trying to unify.
Absolutely.
They're trying to unify. So he sounds like a coach.
And
we're going to get it done. We're going to work together. We're going to high five. They want that. So
he sounds like a coach and also a CEO, I'd point out. A leader. You know what?
Absolutely.
He sounds, Sean, like a leader. And I think that this country has felt so beaten down that people are responding incredibly well to that. Back to Carson, though, for a second. I mean, he's surging here. Mark Serrano, can he make this work without, all the money that Donald Trump has and without some kind of infrastructure and billions of dollars around him? How does he make this happen?
Well, he's going to have to raise the money. There's no doubt about it. I think he could. It doesn't surprise me that he's number 2 right now, that he's surging because of the anti-establishment wave. He absolutely has time to build the infrastructure, to continue to sort of build in other states, but not a lot of time. Remember, the first votes take place around February 1st, and then it wraps up July 18th. It's a very compressed time period. So he has to be in those SEC primary states in the next month or two on the ground.
If it doesn't happen for him, if he can't pull off the infrastructure and he doesn't get the money, Sean, do those votes then just go to Donald Trump?
Well, I think the establishment candidates have to look at Ben Carson's surge as an opportunity. That there are votes out there that aren't necessarily with Trump. We know there's a lot of them, but there are some that are moving. And if he can't do the infrastructure, that's an opportunity for somebody like a Jeb Bush who's got $100 million sitting there and waiting to use, although I guess he's using $24 million
but wait a second.
right now.
Let's think about who Dr. Carson is appealing to, right? He's not appealing to the same people that would necessarily vote for Jeb Bush. That's more establishment. He's appealing to the people who say, I want anybody but a politician. Yeah. So with that in mind, Mark, do you think Trump gets his votes if he winds up ducking out?
I do. I think Carly Fiorina will get some of the votes, but I think Trump will get most of them because, look, a zebra cannot change his stripes. And Jeb Bush is a zebra. Scott Walker is, sort of a zebra. They can't change their stripes. If you're a politician, you're a politician. If that's how your identity is perceived in the electorate, it's how it's perceived. And then this election is not going to be about them. So I think you're right, Trish. I think a lot of the votes will go to Trump because people don't want to give them to someone they don't trust. They want to give it to a coach. Like Sean said, they want to give it to somebody who's going to make a change. Look, if you take a look at Trump, a lot of the concern is over, is he a true conservative? Is he going to be conservative enough? Look, the reality is people want someone to upset.
They don't care.
They want them to upset the establishment.
I think he may have some bipartisan appeal as well. There are a lot of Democrats that are going to say, look, what he's saying, it really resonates with me. And I wonder, Sean, if we're getting to a point where Americans are so sick of politics, they're saying, I don't need the party. I need the candidate.
Well, people also don't want to deal with things they don't understand either. And look, they understand Trump. We haven't even started with the real substance of issues because people don't want to hear it. They want to hear they want to hear it at the 30,000 foot level right now. I differ a little bit with Mark on this. I think as we come to next year that people are going to start to want to hear more about the issues and make some decisions. But where I do agree with him, if Trump is willing to use the money, and if the media is still allowing him to have so much free media, I don't think you count him out at all.
All right. Thank you so much. Good to have you guys here.